Hello snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we'll be reviewing the Marhar Lumberjack X. That's right, a lumberjack with camber. This board is available in three sizes, 152, 155, and 150. This board features Marhar's new age camber, which is traditional camber into a flat section and then a very small micro rocker in the tip and the tail. Basically, camber 2.0 is going to have load, snap, and pop from it like traditional camber, but it's going to be a little bit easier to engage out at the tips. I rode this board at Arapahoe Basin in the spring. On a mostly bluebird day, there was some high cloud coverage. It was warmer temps, the snow was either creamy and smooth, chundery and lumpy, and the groomers were firm and fast, and I rode this board with my K2 Thraxis boots and my K2 Indy bindings. Alright, so you've got an all-mountain, middle-of-the-road freestyle flex. What that means is, out at the tips, right by the upkick, you have a soft, playful section, then it progressively stiffens up through the middle with a lot of torsional flex. This board is stable, but a lot of that is due in part to the width. It is 29 centimeters at the insert pack, so those of you guys with big feet, do not worry about booting out. Now, as the tips are playful, at speeds you will see some chatter in there, but it doesn't really resonate back underfoot. This board is damp yet lively where it counts, which basically means you're not going to get bucked around when you hit chunder or you're going through rutted out terrain, but it's not going to feel like a dead turd either underfoot. So here's the thing about this board. There's a ton of snap if you want it, but if you're going to be lazy, there's still solid snap. Basically, with the way that camber section goes into the flat, when you load the camber, it creates a springboard off that flat section so you get more rebound and pop. But if you're feeling lazy and you don't really want to load the board up, you're just going to push into it and pop, you're still going to get rebound and snap. This board will pop off just about anything. You have such a wide platform that it's really easy to just engage it and get it to do what you want. Now when it comes to jumps, small, medium, even large, you're probably going to be fine. This thing has so much fucking width on it, it's going to be hell to wash out. Those tips, while they are softer, it's still stable. It's one of those boards that when you land, you know you've landed. You don't really have to worry about it. So if you like jumping off things and you just want to get weird, here you go. So I think the big thing with the Lumberjack getting camber added to it this year, I mean there's still the regular Lumberjack, don't get me wrong, but this one, the Lumberjack X having camber, people were kind of worried that it's going to lose its butteriness out in the tips. Let me just set it straight for you. You don't lose that. That flat with the micro rocker section is perfect for pressing, and this board butters like you wouldn't believe. You have so much width. It's so easy to get your weight out over the nose or tail that you can get sideways. You can just do any variation of a butter and not have to worry about it. This board swivels and sizzles. The only difference is because of that camber section, you've got more rebound and snap in it. It's not so much that it's going to fight you. It's there. You just have to be aware of it. And then know that when you do a 180 and you're pressing, you're going to be able to pop right back out, throw another 180 and continue on your way. Jibbing, it's the same thing. You have an immense sweet spot right from that flat into the rocker. You can really lock into presses. And then when you get sideways, you've got camber, so it just hugs the rail. You can feel it just grip around it and hug perfectly. This board is fine for jibbing, it's fine for buttering. So when it comes to carving, I feel like this board having camber loses some of the nimbleness that the rocker version has when you're entering into a carve. It's just the way it is. It's not sluggish, it's not slow, it's just not as quick. But it does give more precision and power when you're driving it. It's just one of those boards that you can really push into that camber section and get it to slingshot out of turn. It's a board that you can rip hard, aggressive carves with. You can get deep and low, you can do tight, quick setup turns, you can take it into a wiggle and do bank slalom runs if you want to. Basically, this thing is just very, very versatile for what it is. It's a board you can carve hard on, or you can be mellow and laid back. So who's this board for? Someone that wants a medium volume shifted camber dominant all mountain freestyle board. So I'll be honest, when I got a hold of this thing, I was like, oh God, how bad is this thing gonna be with camber in it? Because it was designed with rocker. I mean, that's what its sole intention was when Nate and I were working on this together, was to have a rockered powder board for log jibbing, you know, stuff that you could ride low angle pow with and then hit log jibs. And it just turned out to be an even more versatile board due to the width and the technology and whatnot in it. Adding camber to it just adds more precision. You get more snap, you get more drive out of it. It really doesn't sacrifice that butterability or that playfulness in the tips, so to speak. You still have that out there, but when you're on edge, you notice you have more drive, you have more pop. Instead of a skate style pop like with the regular Lumberjack, the Lumberjack X has more pop to it, which is not a bad thing in the least. Basically, you know, I went into this thinking, oh god, this thing's gonna be awful, and I came out of it going, okay, this makes total fucking sense. This thing does not suck. Comparable boards, the Ride War Pig, the K2 Party Platter, the Yes Y. I know some people are gonna be like, it's a little more directional, but the Yes Y works. So we're gonna throw it in there with this. This has been my review of the Marhar Lumberjack X. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Do you own one? Are you gonna buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the content we've got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really want to support us and you want to see us grow out what we're trying to do over here, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.